to today's stream. So I will be taking a look at the chart again. Yesterday I actually marked out some entry, and today I took some trades. In fact, I actually made some losses today on my personal account. I made some losses on my personal account today. So I will try to show some. Okay, so this is my personal account right here. I started the day with 60 something. I'm at 40 something. I'm at 40 something right now. I started the day with 60 something. I'm at 40 something. So that's where I'm at the moment. I'm currently into like 2 trades. I saw a new NZD JPY sell and AUD JPY sell, so I took the trade. I will open my chart. So this is AUD JPY. AUD JPY. I saw this sell, and I kind of entered this trade. I entered this trade right here. I entered this trade. I'm just expecting a little bit of retracement to this region. Here. Then I should close. That's 9700. I have to close at 9700. I'm expecting price to actually fill this region. I'm expecting price to fill this region. This is an FVG. This is an FVG right here. I'm expecting price to tap into this zone. Let me see the stuff I entered. Okay, I'm in AJ and I'm in EA trade. I'm in AJ and EA trades. I actually stayed out of this trade, GJ. I stayed out of GJ because I don't understand its momentum. I don't understand how it's moving. So I kind of stayed out of this. I stayed out of this trade. Gold actually formed a new ATH today. Gold is extremely bullish. Very, very, very bullish. Gold is very bullish. Gold is extremely bullish. I took some trades in gold today. For me, it was like 50-50. On my personal account, I made some, I lost some. So it was 50-50. It was 50-50 for me. I made some and I lost some. I had this entry here for NAS. I set an alarm to tell me when price crossed this region. So I've actually been looking at it to see if there was going to be a reversal. But when there was no reversal, I knew that it was going to take the eye. I knew that it was going for that eye, so I didn't bother taking the trade. So actually my strategy is to see a possible reversal. The reason why I wanted to take a sell here is because this is QML right here. This is a QML right here, but I wasn't really convinced. The reason why I didn't enter this trade was because I wasn't really convinced. Because when this QML, there was a draw on liquidity right here. When there was a draw on liquidity, right here. Immediately we add a sell, like a straight sell to this breaker block here. Like it used this breaker block as an area of support, then pushed back up. Now when it was going back up, I kept my entry here because of the normal bullish, the normal structure. The normal structure, I was actually expecting something like this, something like that. Like I was expecting this area right here to hold. So when price actually broke this area and then used it as support to bounce back up, I knew that this stuff would not play out, so I kind of moved on from it. So basically what I'm expecting price to do is to sweep this eye. I'm expecting price to sweep this eye. Now once price sweep this eye, two things might happen. It might eventually go to take this eye or come back down. It might eventually go to take this eye or come back down. Those are the two things that may actually happen. Now moving on to gold, I didn't have an entry here for gold because gold is just bullish. You look for a place to buy, you buy. I've been expecting the retracement here on gold, but the retracement doesn't want to come. I'm waiting for sell on gold. So I have to push this ATH now, put it at 3848. I have to push ATH there. For me, before I enter gold, if I take any trade on gold, I'm usually very careful, very careful, because I know that I can just enter one position and my account will get wiped, seriously wiped. Now moving on to BTC. I was actually expecting this retracement on BTC. I was first expecting a reaction from this zone. It reacted from this zone, moved about 20 pips, then price actually pushed back up to this area right here. So I believe that the reason why this area is reacting, why this stuff is reacting from here, is because of this stuff right here. Though I believe it's going to come back, bounce back, use this area as a support, then push back. This eye will get taken. I'm sure that this eye will get taken. I just need to look for the best place to enter this trade from. I'm looking for the best buy entry. I want to enter buy for BTC. I want to enter buy for BTC. So what I'm going to do is to just watch, basically. That's what I'm going to do. So what I'm going to do is to watch. On my challenge account at the moment, you see, one thing I don't understand is how some of this challenge calculate their spread. For example, I entered this one on this account and this one on this account, like the same entry, but this one is just $12 up, while this one is about $50 up. As I say, all these prop firms, get us to be for them. Like seriously, the same entry, this one is up $50, while the other one is up about $12. These instant peeps.io, they are something else. They're really something else. But sometimes I just tend to understand that it's probably just business. It's just business for them. So it's actually crazy to have the same entry on different challenge accounts, and one is giving you $14 while the other one is about $52. I don't just get it. I don't get how they're calculating their spread. I don't understand how they're calculating their spread. I was on Twitter today. I think it was yesterday, I came across one crazy scam account, one crazy scam funded stuff that somebody was propagating. And I was like, this thing is not legit. I did the research, I did everything. This stuff is not legit. First off, the thing that tipped me off was the fact that they were asking for verification first. They were asking for verification before even starting the challenge. They didn't even call it challenge, they called it internship. Now, when you're doing the verification, the some ID stuff would ask for your email address again. So basically, they are collecting your what is it called? Your document, access to your phone number, your data, majorly mining your data, and they're promising you 100k funded account with 20 pips, 20% profit share. You do 100k 250 for 4 weeks, 1%, and they're telling you that they're going to scale your account to $10 million. Now so the money easy to get. I was online today and I called the stuff out for bullshit yesterday. I woke up this morning and I saw a very rude comment on my Twitter page. The Twitter page that actually carries my name, Kenny Folorenshaw. I went and I blasted the guy because I was just trying to save his ass, basically. I was trying to save his ass. He should be telling me thank you, not insulting me. And I stood on business and I blasted him back because it was just so stupid that he didn't see he wasn't seeing clearly. For him to actually be proving his point and say that 20 pips is 20% profit share is not bad, it actually made me understand that the guy there is something wrong with his brain. I was so sure there was something wrong with his brain. I wouldn't have actually insulted him, but he insulted me and I had to return it back for him to understand that there are some people's posts that you don't just go and drop rubbish. Some people are not just okay, especially on Monday morning. And I guess sometimes I'm part of those people that you can't just mess with on a Monday morning. I'm not, sometimes I can overlook and there are sometimes that you will receive blast in return. And today the guy actually met me on a bad day. And I had to explain the red flags to him in a very, very rude way. The same way he addressed me, I addressed him back. I went back into my account today and I saw that the guy reported I got this skinny corn from Twitter. I had to answer DMCA for Twitter just because I sent a message to the guy. As funny as it is, I hate getting angry. Because if I get angry, once I get angry like this, I'm not, most of the time, I know they see road. Anybody that come my way, I'll blast you, join. And the guy actually reported the response that I gave, that Twitter sent me DMC. I had to start writing DMC on Twitter. It's just funny how we can sometimes just blindly fall for stuff without really doing our research. Is it normal if giving someone a $10 million funded account is that easy? Why isn't established prop firms offering a $10 million prop firm account? Why are they limiting it to 300k? The highest I've seen is about 400k. Why are they limiting max allocation to 400k? Why are they limiting max allocation to 300k? Some people don't just get it. They don't get the math behind all of this prop firm. They don't know that prop firms are like casinos. They're like casinos. They have to make money. It's very important for them to make money. And anything that will short that their earnings, it's not going to happen. So I'm just going to send a message to people to open eyes. Most of the times, things that are free are not truly free. You are paying something. You're paying a price in return. You just don't know the price you are paying yet. Most of the things that appear to be free are not free. Most of the things that appear to be things that appear to not have caveat, have skinny to it. There is always something behind it. Nobody doing business will just give you things for free. They are getting something in return. You just need to know what they are getting in return and ask yourself if you are willing to pay that price and add into it. So now I've come to understand prop firms, and the truth is that prop firms, oh my God, they are helping in a way, and in another way they are taking. I mean, sometimes I try to understand that it's business. I actually try to understand that it's actually business, but still, for example, now I bought a prop firm from Aqua Funded. I bought a prop challenge account from Aqua Funded last week, and what I saw on the home page was that we are saving aquatic life. But every account you buy is using, you are donating towards aquatic. You see, the thing about marketing, especially marketing in finance, is something that I believe that there should be rules and regulations. Like the government should bring out rules and regulations concerning that thing, because this is how most people just cajole people to think that they are doing good, whereas they are just using it, manipulating people's emotions and psychology to make them buy stuff. So, for example, now if somebody that is into wildlife preservation sees something like that, now the person would be thinking that they are actually doing good or helping the world fight climatic change and all that kind of stuff. Whereas this prop firm, they are not bounded to, like, they don't have it's not compulsory for them to actually show their financial history like other financial institutions in which are regulated, and they must comply with some certain prop firms don't have that. So basically most of them can just say anything on their landing page and just sell lie to people, and emotional people too will fall for it. Now this is a disclaimer. I'm just talking from a marketing angle. I don't think most of the people that are behind all these prop firms even have conscience, because if they have conscience, some of their rules they will set them in place. But still, sometimes we tend to understand that, oh, this is business and they have to make money from it. So that's just it. Now I'm looking at one prop firm that I entered. The same entry is giving me $33. On another entry is giving me almost 70. One entry is giving me 33, the other entry is giving me 70. Most of all these prop firm people, they don't have conscience. They be like casino. No conscience at all. No conscience. But the truth is just that it's actually possible to make money from them. I've seen traders that that is how they make money. Basically, their accounts are prop firms' accounts. They've been able to master the trade, and it's been beautiful. It's been actually beautiful to watch. So, I have designed something for myself. I'm going to try to review what I have designed here for myself. So basically, what I've designed for myself is to take my entry. If I see an entry, instead of setting limit, especially now that I'm still learning, what I'm going to do is to put an alert there. Once I get an alert, I will be notified once price comes to that zone. Then I would come online to actually see the possibility of that actually happening. Now the reason why I decided to do this is because when it comes to change of character like that, sometimes price tends to continue moving in a certain direction than changing character all of a sudden. For example, this stuff, for example, Euro NZD, I was in the buy order. I was actually expecting a buy continuation, which actually made sense. I mean, I was expecting that when price comes to the psychological level, right here, it should be able to push to the top and keep buying. But once price broke this level, like this, I already knew that this strategy, this entry, there might be an issue with this entry. Once price actually broke this level, I knew that something fishy would go on. So I closed my order. I knew that something fishy would transpire. Once price didn't respect that zone, I knew something crazy was going to happen. So I decided to close. I closed, and I was just so lucky that I closed that Kenny. So once that place didn't hold, I knew that we were going to be aiming for the next liquidity level, sell side liquidity. and there's every tendency that price will want to sweep all this liquidity before movement begin to happen. So I stayed out of the market to just observe this Euro NZ. I want to enter this trade because I believe that price is going up. I believe that price is going up, but I'm just scared of taking this trade right now. I'm just scared of taking this trade, but I believe that price is going up. I believe that price is going up because now looking at this, price is actually reacting from this zone right here. Price is reacting from this zone, which is actually a bad sign for people that want to buy. Price is reacting from this zone. It's a very, very bad sign for those that want to buy, especially me. I'm looking for a buy entry on this. I'm looking for a buy entry on this pair, and I'm also looking for a buy entry on this pair as well. So I'm looking for a buy entry on both pairs. I'm just being patient with it. I'm being really patient with them. I'm looking for a buy entry to this height. It looks too good to be true, but it's actually making sense. It's actually making sense. I'm looking for a buy entry to that upside because GNZ is bullish. It's not bearish, it's bullish. And price have taken this liquidity on GBP NZD. If this place didn't hold, the next place that will be taken will be this area right here. But on Euro NZ, there is no other liquidity to be taken. There's no other liquidity to be taken. That's why price is moving this way. That's why price is moving this way. Now price is actually reacting from this area. Let me go to 1 hour. Price is reacting from this zone. Price is reacting from that zone. It's that zone that will determine if this stuff is going to go up. This thing, if price can break this resistance, break this resistance, then I believe that we'll be going up. I believe that we'll be going up. So I'll just be on the lookout for GBP NZ. I'll be on the lookout for both GBP and Now CAD. I'm actually waiting for price to come to this area, so I'm just going to wait. I've set alarm for that. GBP CHF. This was where I wanted to enter this stuff from, but price didn't tag me in, so that one I've gone like that. I'm looking at a possible entry. I'm looking at a possible entry from here. I'm looking at a possible entry from here. So GU. I had this entry last week. But I didn't actually take it seriously. I had this entry last week. I didn't take it seriously. I didn't actually take this seriously. So price actually reacted from that zone a little bit. It came down. I discovered that when market opened yesterday, there was gaps in the market. Like there were FVGs, a lot of FVGs all around popping up, especially JPY pairs. Like they had a lot of FVGs. Some were able to cover them up today, while some pairs just could not cover them up. For example, NZD JPY still have FVG opened. AUD JPY, no more FVG. Using my eyes. NZ JPY FVG is opened here. Yeah, C card's FVG is getting closed. Card FVG is getting closed. No price will definitely come back to that region. So we have this one to fill. NZD. I'm expecting price to sell to enter this zone. I'm expecting price to sell to enter that zone. I've opened a sell order for AUD JPY. I've opened a sell order for you with the JPY. So if price actually didn't react from this zone, price will be coming down. If price didn't react from here, if price didn't react from this zone, if price can break this area, I think I'll be coming down to take this low. My TP would be below that. That low is where my TP would be. NZ, I know price is going to come to tap into here. I'm just waiting for price to come and tap into that zone. CAD. Let me go to the daily time frame to see what CAD is like. Okay, looking at it on 4 hour. I'm expecting price to actually go and tap into this zone. I'm expecting price to go and tap into this zone. This can serve as a protected eye. This can serve as a protected eye. This can serve as a protected eye. I just have to be like on the lookout for suitable entries. This low will be taken out. Price is going to take this low. This low will be taken out. This low would be taken out. This low will get taken out. There is a buy here, like a sip of liquidity inside this zone. A buy to the upside, probably to this zone, to tap into this zone. This will make sense if that happens. I can just take a buy. CAD, JPY. Yeah, so I'm expecting price to tap into the zone. Let's zone right here. So I set alarm, kind of set alarm for price to go back to that area. I'm setting an alarm for price to go back to that area. What am I looking at? I took a sell today on UJ when I woke up. When I woke up at night this morning, when I woke up this morning and I saw this gap, I took a sell UJ. I didn't even put a sell because I knew that this area would get filled, and I took my profit in the middle of this FVG today. So that's like I think the only reasonable trade I've taken today. So I will be on the lookout for entries tomorrow. Like AJ will still get filled. This will still get filled. If I'm to bet on an entry here for EJ, it's going to be a sell entry. I'm going to take a sell entry on EJ right now. 0.02. I think it's gonna make sense. Oh my god, it's actually gonna make sense. A lot of sense if if I take a sell entry, if I take a sell entry here, because I mean this formation is really making sense. This formation is making sense. This formation is making sense. This formation is making sense. So if I take an entry from here, my SL will be on like this I right here. That would be around 300 pips. It's too much. It's too much. So I took a buy entry for card from this zone right here. I took a buy entry for card from this zone. So I will just hold. I've set my SL. I gave it 10 pips SL. I gave it 10 pips SL. So that when it's SL, when you do me, so when it is SL, I won't get too affected by it. So I gave it about 10 pips SL. By the way, I took this trade on my personal account. So I'm just gonna hold. I took this trade on my personal account, so I'm just gonna hold. I'm just gonna hold. Hold. Now I want to look at EU. I believe that this is where EU is targeting. This is the eye that EU is truly targeting. No, this is the eye. That's why it's in black. It's the eye that EU is targeting. That's why I kept it in black. That's why I left it in black. I'm just looking for a suitable entry. This would have been a perfect entry, but I would use this as engineered liquidity. I'm going to expect price to come into this FVG. I'm going to expect price to come back to this FVG. So I will set an alert there. I'm going to set an alert there. So when I go down to like 15 minutes, people are selling from this zone. I'm expecting a sell down to this area, Then I get notified to buy. So it can push price to the upside. And if EU is selling, UJ would be buying. If EU sells, UJ buys. Yeah, so that's all I'm seeing. Not really seeing anything substantial, and I don't want to force trade. I'm not seeing anything like that. I'm not seeing anything. I'm not seeing any entry. I'll have to look at the chart before going to bed again. I'm not seeing any entry. I'm not seeing any entry. So I'm not seeing any entry. I'm not seeing any entry at all. And I don't want to go to the lower time frame. I want to stick with 1 hour, at least 30 minutes. If I can't see it in 1 hour, if I can't see it in 30 minutes, I'm not going to take the trade. I'm expecting EJ to sell. I'm expecting EJ to sell. I'm expecting EJ to sell. I'm just going to take a sell entry for EJ. I'm expecting EJ to sell. So I'm just going to go 3, sell. $173.800. I'm expecting EJ to sell, to take this low. I took my entry from here, so I'm just going to leave it like that. Put it down, down, down. I'm expecting EJ to sell. If I'm expecting this pair to sell, I am expecting a downward movement for this pair. I mean, it swept that high, it retraced, but this place needs filling. I believe it's going to come down. At least I'll be able to scalp. At least I'm going to be able to scalp. For UJ actually tapped into that zone to buy. So I'm actually, it has actually swept this. I'm expecting it to take this high before see any stuff. This resistance, this area right here is serving its purpose. This area right here is serving its purpose. This area is serving its purpose, so I will just hold. Card. I opened a buy here. 107,600. Oh my god. 107,600. So I will just hold that. I'm gonna look at EUAUD right now. EUAUD, EURAUD, EURAUD, fx.com. So I will move this to this region. Let me see this area. I'm just praying right now. Sunday, this has been selling. That price just comes to this area, just tag me in. This one took me out. Price took me out here. Price took me out. 13 USD card. USD card. Price took me out. This was, where did I put SL? 900. That's my SL 900. Just wanna see this. So price reacted from this zone. Select that. It's from here. Select it, this area. Oh my, this 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 is a very interesting structure. Like this structure is, I don't know, it's quite different. Like shit. Oh fucking hell. I wish I had entered on my challenge account. I wish I had entered this on my challenge account. Oh my god, I wish I'd entered this on my challenge account. Move this to this side. Oof. The price can actually come down here. Price can come down here. If that area doesn't hold. Certain alert. I think I can rest easy with this move. $100 pips. 60 something pips. Oh god. Let me see when I entered this. So I'm just gonna hold I'm just gonna hold the positions that I have right now. I'll hold it till tomorrow and then revisit the charts to see what is going on. Revisit the chart to see what's going on. Looking at this particular stuff, there is every tendency that the push from this sweep won't be able to push price as far as it should go. So that's why I kept a second entry right here. I kept a second entry here. And I set alert, so I will get notified once price actually comes to this zone, so that I can come online to watch and see what exactly is going on. I'm really hopeful for this. If price can actually take this low, this thing won't be valid anymore. If price can take this low, my entry won't be valid anymore. If price can take this low, my entry won't be valid anymore. It will be invalidated. This entry will be invalidated. If price can take this low, this whole entry will be invalidated. So I will have to delete. If price can take this low, my entry will be invalidated. There's a probable reaction as well from here. There's a probable reaction from this area. I'm gonna set an alert here. Just waiting for price to come there. So if price can actually take this low, if price can actually take this low, if price can take this low, if price can take this low, this whole setup is gone. This whole setup will be gone. after I take this load, this whole setup will be gone. So I'm just gonna wait. There seems to be some sort of a push, a buy order open from here. There seems to be a buy order open here, and it's kind of pushing price to the upside. I don't just know if it will be strong enough to hold. I don't know if it's going to be strong enough to hold. Once this low gets taken out, my entry here would be gone. My entry here would be gone. Once this low gets taken, my entry would be gone. To think that I was actually in this trade. This USD card trade. I closed. Oh my god. And it's still holding. Like, I closed. I was in this trade and I closed it. I closed it because I just wasn't convinced that price had enough strength to push. I wasn't convinced that price had enough strength to push. I wasn't convinced that price had enough strength to push to the upside. So I actually closed that trade. And I was actually trying to get another entry from here. Though I haven't actually entered. I guess I didn't set a lot. If not, I would have been notified when price was crossing that area. I was trying to get another entry from here and then buy SL, TP at that area. That would have been like 100 pips. But entering right here would be extremely risky. It's going to be quite risky for me. Yeah, so I just have to I have to end this video, yeah, because if I don't end this video, yeah, I think I might continue to take entries that I don't have the capacity to maintain. Trading is fun, like trading is fun. Trading is interesting. I know I'm going to make money from this skill. I'm not just rushing. Me will rush more. I remember that earlier this year, I set a deadline for myself, December. Earlier this year, I set a deadline for myself, December, to be profitable by December. That was the deadline I set. And I discovered that while I actually set that goal, I didn't put things in place to actually help me get there, right? I got some courses, but what I was actually expecting from those courses, I didn't really get it. For me, buying those courses wasn't really about learning a strategy. For me, it was more about the community, than the strategy. The fact that we can be in a space, everybody would share their mind, everybody would like, you drop one thing, everybody will talk about it. We'll talk about a particular trade idea, we break it down and we analyze it. That was actually what I was expecting from a community, not just staying there, groups and no activity, nothing. I don't even know where the course seller is. I can't recall the last time I heard from the course seller. I don't want to call him mentor, so it's just a course. He sold a course. There is no mentorship behind it, because the idea of about what it is to have a mentor, it's not just about selling people courses. It's having your inbox opened and ensuring that people can openly come to you when they need help, when they have questions. Like, it's not like somebody will be sending you a message and the message won't get delivered for weeks, for days, and somebody somewhere will call it mentorship. That's not what a mentorship is. A mentorship is access. You teach someone something and you maintain that channel of communication with those people to the extent that they will be able to come back to you whenever it's required. That is what mentorship is all about. Building a community isn't just about having a lot of people in your space. It's ensuring that they can come up to you, either show you some of their stuff or ask you questions, and bank on the fact that you would be able to answer them or meet their needs. That is what is called mentorship. But a lot of people just sell courses and they call it mentorship. I think it's very, very important for people to start. I spoke about it a couple of months back. People should start separating course selling from mentorship. I am selling you this course. This is the course that I am selling. If I'm selling you this particular course, after the training, don't come to my inbox, don't send me any message, don't do anything. You are selling course. But if you're talking about mentorship, you're selling mentorship, and then people don't have access to your inbox. Like, what? For me, I just don't see the correlation between mentorship and the course. And for someone like me, I prefer mentorship, especially on something that is like this, where market change. So with consistency, you get better. But there are times that you might just, I might just have a question to ask, and I usually find it really, really helpful if I have someone that I can actually reach out to, like a channel of communication, a maintained channel of communication, or someone that I can actually reach out to. It's better than it's better than just course, because the truth is that if I would be selling a mentorship program to anybody, I would have to create a channel of communication. I have to create and maintain a channel of communication where people can freely send me messages, and I would ensure that the messages that they are sending to me get delivered. Read it. It can be in my free time. Take out time to read through the questions and answer, get back to them. That's what is called mentorship. Not that you sell course and at the end of the day you ghost the people that you're selling to. I just feel people should just differentiate between a mentorship program, and a course selling program, because it's not the same thing. It's actually not the same thing. And I've been a victim of people that don't actually understand the difference between mentorship and course. It's not the same thing. So I've taken a couple of trades on this live. And I'm open, oh God. Okay, someone said that when you trade and you know what you are trading, that you don't hope, you analyze. So I'm not going to hope anymore. I'm going to analyze. Oh my God, where's the word for it? My TP. All the entries that I take with each TP. Based on analysis, I'm not going to hope anymore. Shit. Fucking shit. I'm not going to hope anymore. I just want to make sure that I set a sell for all of my entries. I'm looking at this EA trade and it looks very, very enticing. I'm looking at this EA trade. It looks really, really enticing. Like, to just make sense if I can buy from this region. It's just going to make a lot of sense if I can buy from this region. It's make a lot of sense if I can buy from this region. But I don't know if the momentum is strong enough to push price to the upside. I don't know if the momentum is strong enough to push price to the upside. I'm actually bullish on UJ. I'm bullish on this pair. It's just that there are some times that I don't just get how this pair functions. I don't get how it operates sometimes. I don't get how UG operates sometimes. I don't get how it functions. So that's it for today. That's it for today. I want to go offline right now to do some things. That's it for today. So I'll be back by the grace of God tomorrow. I'll be back by the grace of God tomorrow. I'll be back tomorrow by God's grace.